What's fun about what I do as a community builder is I get to spot things very early sometimes, what's happening in the market, or people reach out to me. And I'm always very happy when startup founders reach out to me and said, hey, we're trying to get our name out there. Do you have recommendations? It's very fun for me because I've been doing this for 10 years, know a lot of investors, know a lot of people. And when I see something I think is unique, it's fun to give people an opportunity to be heard. And I think that first off, it requires people to reach out and ask. So I really want to give Imrich and his team credit for reaching out. And we're going to talk a little bit about his company and what he's doing, because I think it's fascinating, especially as we're in this new audio explosion and voice first world. Imrich, welcome.
Yep. Thank you for having me. Thanks.
So, all right. So tell us, first off, tell us about Sentien and what you're up to.
Yeah. So what we are doing the first audio headset that you can wear all day, and it doesn't block your ears, right? So think about it like smart glasses for your ears. And the whole idea came from the fact, and when I was at the university, and I was thinking about the biggest challenges that we are going to face, human-computer interaction was the number one, for sure, because I think there is a great potential. And therefore, I started to study human-computer interaction history, computer science, etc. And I mean, the best thing would be if we think about something and it's done, but we are not there yet, unfortunately. And we are not there yet with smart glasses as well. So we settled down for audio. And what we did is that you wear a headset that doesn't block your ears. And it translates, it gives audio layer on top of the real world.
Okay, so did you catch that? A headset that doesn't go in your ears. How many have an pair of AirPods? Or something similar, another bud device that goes in your ear, right? So do you have a prototype you can pull out?
I'm wearing it, actually.
Oh, there it is.
No.
Okay, so you see that?
Yeah.
It goes in front of the ear. So now, how does that work then? Because if it's in front of my ear, am I going to be able to hear the sound? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so it uses bone conduction. So it goes directly in your inner ear. It bypasses the eardrum. And therefore, you can even plug your ears and still hear the sound.
All right.
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah.
So tell us about where you are with regards to the product development and getting the product out to market.
Yeah. So we opened a pre-order recently, and we have an early bird price for you all for the first batch. And we are testing multiple prototypes. So we have a working prototype that we are testing internally. This is a looks-like prototype, so this is how it's going to look like. And we are shipping in summer 2020. And go to sentienhq.com.
Sentien, Sentien, HQ.com. And you said there's a kind of a beta customer special you guys are running?
Yeah, exactly. Early bird price. The first batch is limited, so if you want to grab one, go and pre-order it. Yeah.
So I think this is interesting because we are kind of in this era of always on audio, right? So you see people walking around now. It's funny when I travel and going through airports, how many people have a device in their ear, just don't even take them out. But I mean, as a user, I can understand it's a little annoying. Sometimes you just feel like you got to take it out and talk to somebody. But with this device sitting here in front of the ear, suddenly we've solved that challenge.
Exactly, and it also solves a lot of problems that previous speakers talked about, because this device is 100% personal, So when you are talking to your bank or whoever else, it's just for you. It's always accessible, so it's always here. When the guys from Google were talking about the fact that in the app you have the big microphone button, it's right here. It's always here. So that's what we are working with. And then it's 100% user configurable. It's 100% in your control. So if you don't want to have something played in the headset, it doesn't play. Because we are also making an app that you can configure the headset totally.
So with the big companies, Apple with AirPod and AirPod Pro, with Amazon and the Echo Buds, Samsung, the list goes on now, companies. Is there room for a startup in this space to compete?
Yeah, I think definitely there is. And that's also the reason why we started doing the hardware, because at first we wanted to do software only.
Yep.
but then the seamless experience was not there, as you mentioned, taking out the AirPod or being close to your smart speaker. It just doesn't work, you know? So we want to have this experience that you wake up in the morning, you put on the headset, and you take it out in the evening, like your wristwatch, let's say.
Right,
Yeah.
like a wristwatch. Fascinating.
Yeah.
So right now the plan is to roll out in summer 2020. And do you have is this certain geographies, Europe, US, globally? What's the plan?
Yeah, for now we are shipping to the US and European Union, and then we will open up internationally.
Okay. Will you be at the party at the reception after this
Oh, yeah,
so people can see this
definitely.
device? How many want to see this? Pretty
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, I have been using this in earbuds for over a year now,
Yeah.
and I can attest that I think it's really interesting to think about something that's not in, but on. And
Yeah, I
this-
think, yeah.
Excellent. Well, Imrich, thank you so much. Let's give it up for Imrich Selacek with Sentien.